Hello, this Anonymous Oracle here with your giveaway announcement. I did not forget you guys. My week got swept up, and yeah, I had issues with downloading all of the eligible people who participated because it was a 24-hour giveaway. Okay, so I am announcing it, and I'm gonna be doing that based on the comments that were within a time frame. Okay. So anybody who participated 3 days ago, it doesn't count. Sorry. But yeah, I read all the comments. I took note of each and every one of them, and I manually had to fill them in myself in this raffle. So the wheel is ready to spin. As you can see, it's a very full wheel. All those different colors are different names. So all I have to do is tap it and figure out who won the giveaway. The Thanksgiving giveaway. Lulu's about to ring her bell. So we're gonna announce the winner and do a general reading. Okay. So the winner will get a free reading from me. 111 as I said that. Let's tap and go. So I'm just gonna tap it. I think there were like 88 comments, so you can imagine this took me a little bit of time. The wheel has stopped. There is a winner. Amy Crowell, you are the lucky giveaway winner. Amy, this is for you. You can see your name. So Amy, congratulations on the free reading. You get to email me so that I can do that for you ASAP. I hope you guys had a lovely holiday season. Amy Crowell, very cut and clear. There were a lot of usernames that I had to put in just in case there were like double names. I made sure. So for me to get a simple name is quite funny. There were a lot of complicated usernames with like numbers and digits, and I did that just to be sure we know who won. But Amy, congrats. I'm very happy to be doing a free reading for you. Just contact me. I'll put my email up, or you'll see it in the description box so that you can reach out to me. Congrats. I'm so happy. It's been a minute, guys. Life has been lifing, so your girl was busy. If you guys want to check out my Patreon, you can also check that out. That's where I do exclusive readings. You don't have to be a subscribed member. Obviously, the subscribers get more content, but you can look at general readings there as well. I have just posted a singles reading, okay? So, YouTube Collective, what's going on? I have a new deck. I've used it before, but I'm going to be using it again. Before I do that, I will use an oracle card. I'm excited, Amy. I'm excited. Lulu rang the bell out of excitement. There. Lulu's been slacking. She's been chilling. She's just been watching the readings, not really partaking in them. I might do a Lulu reading with her tiny tarot shortly after this. Those are very deep. Lulu's tiny tarot readings go in. They really do. So we have an observer. There could be someone watching a lot, learning a lot. Let's see. Yeah, this is the fox. Okay, I don't know if this is someone who's trying to observe to be tactful or observe to be strategic, but I am getting that. What's at the bottom? We have a leg up. There's someone here who might need help. They might need support. So they're looking to see if they're going to get the support from a person they want the support from. Okay, it's like they're watching somebody that maybe isn't in a position to help them at this point in time. As you can see, it's like someone wants to go to a person for a sense of support, whether mental, emotional, physical, financial, I don't know. But there's someone here who's looking for help. Okay. With co-create, this is somebody that they might want to collaborate with in some way, shape, or fashion, but they need some kind of an assistance. So we're going to see where this reading goes, okay? I'm going to get one more. Why? This person could be having a lot of questions for the divine. Like, why is this happening to me? There's something related to karma that is balancing out, whether good karma or bad karma. With to be fair, it's like the ethers are very much so at work balancing out the scales for a fair outcome based on choices in the past and consequences that lead up to it, good or bad. And this person had a lot of questions for God, source, Okay, so that's the energy that we have here. Amy Crowell. Congrats, Amy. Congrats again. Let's go. This little fox is watching. This little fox has a lot of questions left unanswered. We're going to see. You could be the fox. This fox could be someone you dealt with. Yeah, this is not somebody in the best place. You see, this is someone outside needing help, maybe even financial. This is someone who is looking for help. It's almost like they're kind of hopeful, but with the Five of Swords, there's a reason they're in this position. The Five of Swords is maybe someone who is trying to get the upper hand in a situation that caused a level of injustice, okay? That's why there was justice. There's justice that this person is in this position. Not sure. They're just watching. I shuffle, the card is still here. This could be someone who is suffering maybe financially a little bit, like they maybe got a hit in their pockets. There's something here about this person not being in the best of place. For some of you, this is someone who's left out in the cold as well. That's what the Five of Coins can symbolize. This is someone who had a rude awakening in their life. Whatever like pedestal they were on, it got rocked. The overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So this person definitely suffered from divine intervention taking place in their life. This person could have deceived someone. I see Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Swords, multiple people, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. There is a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. I'm going to see if I can pair this all together the way I'm reading it, because I see at least 1 to 4 people now. There are 4 people of significance in the bottom of the deck alone, so I have work to do. Okay, let's start from the top. There is some kind of karma, divine intervention that blowed woe in someone's life. We have a King of Pentacles. This could be a father figure or a husband. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like someone was in player-like energy here. They were doing whatever it is that maybe excited them in the moment. And we have a Page of Wands. Now this could be, it has something maybe to do with a child, but there's communication that came in that maybe rocked somebody's socks off when it comes to their behavior in the past. We have the Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. There is an ex energy or maybe a scorned female because she's been heartbroken, so she's cold. With the Seven of Swords, this is a woman. I feel I'm going to be maybe specific with the genders, but you can swap them because my readings aren't gender specific. There is a scorned feminine here who has been hurt because there has been some kind of lie. We have the Page of Swords. There's something here about a person causing maybe a lot of drama with the Five of Wands by maybe being insincere with their feelings and emotions. It's like they're out, like it gives me an energy of like a looker, like looking for maybe somebody to entertain or hang out with. And with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, it's insincere love. So it's like you've been looking, but you haven't been moving with your heart. And I have a Queen of Pentacles, which can symbolize the partner, a parent, or a wife or a husband to this other person, with the King of Wands. So this Queen of Pentacles, whoever she is, she could be the main female in a relationship that's committed, has the King of Wands here. It's like she has another masculine in the background. Then you have this King of Pentacles who's having a rude awakening about that maybe. It's like, wow, I'm here. Wow, and you know what's interesting? I feel like somebody deceived this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords, I feel, is external to this situation. She's a queen that is an ex or a scorned energy because she's been lied to and hurt. So I get a vibe of like something happening to a person that mirrors what they've done to another in the past. Someone here lied to a person, broke their heart, and I feel there's some kind of pedestal this person is getting rocked off of, because there's something they're finding out about their partner having another person in the background. The King and Queen of Pentacles are typically the partnership that's the most stable. She has another man in the background, and I feel like this is news to the person who's getting the rug pulled from underneath them, so to speak. There's a lot of people here, so I'm going to see what comes out one by one to kind of dissect the situation, but I got a vibe. I got a vibe. There's somebody here who broke another person's heart. I feel miserably so. Could have scorned somebody. And as they're in a stable partnership, and I say stable because it's not, they have been lied to and deceived themselves, okay? Drop down message. This whole situation is about to change fast. That's from another reading. Sometimes I get notifications. Justice. That's karma. That's balance. That's to be fair. I have justice out twice. With loyal heart behind justice. This is justice for someone who had a loyal heart in feminine energy. With unfinished business in the reverse, to all that glitters is not gold and not for you at the bottom of the deck. I'm just pulling at the bottom of the deck. Someone here dealt with a situation that was not what it's cracked up to be. A person here closed out a cycle. This is someone who had a loyal heart. And it's almost like I see the divine trying to balance out the scales. It's like this happened to you, so it's only fair that this is what is the result of a situation. So, in other words, karma is on a divine feminine side. Wow, the exposure is really high. Karma is on a divine feminine side. This is the feminine. I have to be fair, and I have loyal heart with justice here. Wow, very clear. So a decision has been made in the ethers that will likely reflect what's happening around us. Justice is here. We have 8 of coins in the reverse. There's someone here who maybe didn't apply themselves or was reckless in some way, shape, or form with what they poured their energy, time, and resources in. In the upright, it's a very like organized scene where this person is drawing things carefully, not being like messy the way it is in the reverse. This is someone who's messy, careless, is not taking their time to do this job right. So there's something about a person not having applied themselves correctly at all. And I feel like with the 8 of Swords, this is someone who could have broken free from responsibility or broken free from what was the right thing to do, I'm hearing. With the Ace of Cups, I don't know if there's something pertaining to a child that could have made a person feel stuck, like they can't go anywhere. The 6 of Swords in the reverse is an energy of not being able to move forward. There's definitely something pertaining to a child tied into this, but we're going to see. Knight of Cups. This person, there's something about this person having fought their feelings. It's like a Knight of Cups is someone who moves forward with pure intentions, genuine intentions and emotions towards somebody. With the 5 of Wands, that's resistance, that's drama, that's combativeness. This is someone who went against what they felt they wanted to do or emotionally desired to do. It's like always like a fight. It's like this person doesn't give in to their feelings. We have the Queen of Swords. This could have scorned a person. Yeah, there was denial here. Someone was in denial that they were really in this alone. Like I get a vibe of like, I'm not seeing for the forest for the trees. Yeah, I'm single in this situation. The 9 of Pentacles is typically a single card, but in this image, it depicts a partnership of 2 people. It's like a buddy. I'm getting the energy of maybe even a friends with benefits. Like someone here was not committed, but they gave generously with another person being single. So it's like you're not in a serious partnership, but you gave blindly to a person. You were very generous, and this person was fighting their feelings the whole time. They were not putting in the work. They were not putting in effort. They were not careful with what they applied themselves to when it came to this person. So this is why justice is here. So there's justice for all of this coming through, because I feel like someone was in denial. They were blindfolded to the truth. Like, yeah, you're single and you're giving so much of yourself in that single energy. Again, 9 of Coins is independence. It's almost like a buddy. I get the vibe of like a buddy. Maybe somebody just collaborated with them in a very platonic way. And I'm seeing the 3 of Swords. That heartbreak made somebody go into a new direction. It's like this person who was giving so much of themselves is isolated, trapped in a box, okay? It's like they were very hurt by the experience, and that led them to go their merry little way. It's like, wow, I realize this collaboration isn't serving me because I'm blinded the same way this woman is blinded to the truth. Giving so much of herself, but single. Again, 9 of Coins is an independent single card. Because somebody here had feelings but fought them the whole time and didn't care to put in effort, or where they did, they weren't careful, they weren't considerate. This is a very considerate person. It's like, in Dutch we say binnen de lijntjes. When someone is coloring in a coloring book and they're like taking their time to make sure they don't go outside of the line. They take their time to not cross the line. This is somebody who crossed so many lines, I'm hearing. Look how many lines they crossed. It's a mess. So somebody here was not careful and intentional. They crossed one too many lines and now it's a mess. Wow. So this is a lot of verbiage. This is why justice is here. Somebody crossed so many lines. A person was blindfolded to it as well because they were giving of themselves. But this was a one-sided situation. It's what it reads like. Getting this person to emotionally be genuine and show up was a fight. It was a battle. Okay, that's the backstory. We have a crooked King of Cups. This is somebody who... Ooh. With the Knight of Wands, this person could be quite active, if you know what I mean. It's like sweet and cuddly, I love you versus a manipulative king. Okay, this person has 2 sides to them. That's why it came up crooked. With the Knight of Wands, it's somebody who, it's like they're passionate in the moment. It's like, oh wow, if I even so much like you and I have feelings here, boom. This person could get intimate. That's why this person has a very strange relationship with their feelings. It's like there's this person could even have a bit of a vindictive side. It's somebody who they feel a lot, but they have a level of insecurity with how much they give, how much they exchange of themselves emotionally, but they will be down for sexual activity. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? This is something that is giving this person a Tower moment. This behavior, it's like this person has a heart, but they move with it in a very particular way. It's sloppy. This person is very sloppy when it comes to applying themselves in a healthy partnership. Something they did here is sloppy. I can't excuse this card. Something this person did with where their feelings are concerned got sloppy. The word I'm getting is sloppy. Queen of Swords. This is the person that I saw was heartbroken, that they scorned. Queen of Swords is a very wise person. It's someone who maybe speaks the truth, seeks the truth, is not getting their feelings wrapped up into things. They were like this with a very logical person. So it's like where someone was once blindfolded, a person is using logic and reason over feelings right now. Well, damn. With the 3 of Cups, that could be a third-party narrative. Maybe somebody suspected as much, like since this person isn't careful, they're not intentional, they're sloppy, I'm still single. Getting them to be genuine with their feelings is like pulling teeth. One minute this person is sweet, the next minute they're absent, or they use emotional manipulation to their advantage. This person is like flip-floppy, okay? This person could have multiple personalities, okay? Someone is onto that. This person has a few faces, I'm hearing. Wow, Page of Coins in the reverse. There's something this person read, received, communication-wise, that scorned them. The same way this man is looking at the book and the coin. It's like there's something this person did not like. There's something about communication here that had a person feeling like, well, where are the feelings? Where is the niceness? Where is the, it's sand, right? It's like there's nothing, there's something here that ticked the person off, okay? Temperance in the reverse is like a lack of emotional balance, and dealing with someone who's already emotionally imbalanced, something triggered a person. Communication between these two, something got triggered. Judgment to the Lovers. That made somebody make a firm decision. Some kind of communication, some kind of riffraff made a person make a final decision here. The Lovers is a decision in partnerships. Maybe it's a divine connection. And judgment is a final call from the universe. This off-putting communication exchange caused for a person to finally make a decision. This could have led for somebody to give an offer to someone else. Yes, it's like I'm seeing somebody maybe making a decision here to contractually tether themselves and step up to somebody else because a person was getting too close to the truth, or a person was using their logic and reason in a relationship with somebody who was not emotionally, was not moving in a sincere way, who was sloppy. They maybe didn't have, like, they weren't intentional and consistent. I'm getting a vibe of like someone in denial. It's like you're in denial because you've been consistent, you've been present, you've been available to somebody who was sloppy with your connection. And something that a person said or pointed out turned an individual off. I feel like it's this flip-floppy person. It's like 1 minute I'm sweet, the next minute this person acts from a space of like, it's like, wow, I get this person got triggered emotionally. And from that, this person's like, okay, well, screw you. I'm going to go ahead and make a decision to invest in someone else. That's what it reads like. This is a big investment too. It's like this King of Cups is like, fine, I'm going to move forward with this Queen of Cups and give this person what I want to. It just affirms, it confirms that this person has third parties. This individual made a decision I feel they can't come back from. In that trigger, I feel someone got triggered. It's like, oh, God forbid you have an opinion about how I want to do things. Okay, I'm getting this very scorn, like this masculine I feel got angry. Wow. We have the 5 of Cups to the 4 of Coins. I feel someone here, there's a level of emotional neglect. And with the 4 of Coins, that's a vibe of like greediness. Somebody here was maybe stingy with whether it be their time, money, or efforts. And then there's a disappointment from another person. There's a lot of grief here and a lot of like reservations when it comes to sharing and opening up as a result. It's like this decision-making point, this shift in this connection caused for a lot of grief on one end, and another person to like hold back out of spite or feeling scorned. Well, death, that's how the connection ended. This caused for a permanent change, all from an emotionally triggered exchange. Because one person was in denial. They've been giving an arm and a leg of themselves to be available and ground something in a beautiful way, and the other person was very sloppy, in and out likely, careless with other people's feelings, not putting in effort, and whatever effort they did do, it's not resulting to anything nice, right? So maybe somebody had an opinion about that, and it's like this person didn't like that. This person did not like that someone had a logical opinion. That's what ended the connection. That's what ended the connection. The Magician. This is someone who with the 3 of Coins, I feel like this is someone who then set out a new intention. Yes, a new intention. From this ending, they decided to go a different route. I feel both people decided to move their own separate ways and go into new direction. It didn't take long for this person to maybe give in to a new crush. Okay, I feel that. With the Page of Cups to the Six of Cups, this is someone who likely went to somebody from their past or somebody they already knew. It's like a reconnection of the past. Okay, one person who was onto this person's behavior went their separate way, and this person also went ahead in deceit. The Moon. There's something deceitful about the way this person decided. So let's just say the emotionally cryptic person versus the logical queen. This logical queen was onto someone's deceit. We have the Seven of Swords. That's lies. Okay. This person went ahead their merry little way, but there is a lie or deceitful nature tethered to it, because I feel this person went to a person they already knew. It's not like they broke up and this person met someone new at a cafe. This is someone who went to another person that they already had from their roster. Okay. Seven of Swords. Because they were never honest to the previous person. With the Ten of Pentacles, this person went and built an establishment with somebody else, not telling the truth to whoever this is. For some of you, this establishment already existed. It's an energy of playing house with another partner while deceiving someone else who was too close to the truth or getting far too close to the truth. Eight of Cups. This person walked away and went back to something they maybe already set up. This person was juggling back and forth, likely about a child of significance. The Ace of Cups could be a new life. The Two of Pentacles is juggling. This person could have had something established with another person. It's like they emotionally abandoned the situation with a person who was coming too close to the truth. I really feel it irritated this person. I'm getting it off of this man. It's like at first they were very loving, but even this masculine looks a bit insecure and worried in his face. It's someone who they have feelings, but there's so much behind them. And when you get close to it, this is how they become. And out of spite or out of like reservations for their own ugly truths, they ditched. They dipped. Because as I said, swords are about truth and speech and clarity and logic. Someone wanted the truth. This person got ugly about giving it or expressing why they were so sloppy. For some of you, these two were maybe working on something, or it's like they were actively applying to something, but one person was being very giving and the other person was sloppy with whatever they gave, whether it be time, effort, or resources. I get this really weird vibe, and the reason why this person was sloppy is because they were lying about something else that they weren't ready to open up about. So in this emotional goodbye, this person did have feelings, but they kind of like cut their losses here, and in deceit went back to a situation that was already practically established in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Dang, Eight of Wands. They went over there very quickly. And they applied themselves even more. How's that working out? Eight of Wands. This person, this person, I'm hearing built on a lie. Chariot. Wow. Eight Swords. This person tried to flee themselves from maybe consequences. In the reverse, it's somebody who's trapped. In the upright, I feel this person freed themselves. It's like, I'm not going to sit here in consequences. We have God's source. God sources truth. The Ace of Swords. It's coming up crooked. I'm hearing lies of omission are relevant. Half-truths are relevant. And God's truth is the most powerful one that'll likely come through. With a Chariot, there's an energy moving forward. I feel it's the Divine Chariot, because this person maybe gave a person a half-truth. This is kind of like somebody who maybe is getting tripped up in their own lies. soon come, or eventually, or if not already. The Chariot is like moving forward. God's truth is moving forward because it's either almost coming out or it's halfway through the situation. I feel like someone only knows half the truth. That's why the sword of truth is crooked. It's not even in the reverse, it's midway. In the upright is the truth. In the reverse, it's a lie. Someone was holding on to the truth. They maybe didn't want the truth to come out. We have the Nine of Cups and the Two of Cups. I feel like someone was getting the most out of multiple situations. The Two of Cups is a soulmate connection, and the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Again, both of this is half. So it's like you only know half the truth about a connection. You only know half the truth because when you turn this in the reverse, it's infidelity. In the upright, it's harmony. When you turn this in the upright, it's pleasantries, emotional fulfillment. In the reverse, it's overindulgence. This person was always like walking on half-truths. This person was dancing back and forth between crossing a line and being on the good side of things. This is a very cryptic person, but the divine is onto them. Oh my goodness. It's like this person dances back and forth to avoid consequences for their actions. Wow. Wow. This person has a new contract that they now want to show up for in a stable way. And I say in a stable way because, yo, when I tell you Seven of Coins in the reverse, I get, you see how there's an energy of wherever they're investing themselves in. There's something about misery being a part of the situation because this person is a fallen emperor. An emperor in the reverse is not an honorable masculine. It's someone who is on a high horse, a pedestal, since they've signed this contract. This person could have moved forward swiftly and could have married somebody else. They could have either got committed to a person, married a person, decide to show up stable because it makes this person feel like they're on the right side of things. Well, it's the honorable thing to do, to stabilize my situation over here. This person moved forward from this trigger completely unhealed and oblivious to their own ways. It's like, I'm just going to sign this, whether it be a lease, something about a house, or this marriage, to make myself feel right. With the Seven of Coins in the reverse, it's something that, you know, in the upright, it's like harvest period from the seeds we've sown in the past. This person isn't harvesting anything abundant because what are the seeds they've sown in the past? Deceit, lies, lack of effort, inconsistency, unreliability, facades, emotional manipulation. I can go on. Those are the seeds they've planted. So this person investing in something new, thinking that this is going to reap a good harvest, is deluded. The divine is like, no, you're an emperor in the reverse. You're a fallen king. And this person is in denial of it because it's like, well, if I do this and if I do that, and I run away from emotional responsibility, healing in the self, and honesty, this person can't run from their own fate that they've created in deceit. There's something very strange here. Whether this contract is affecting their finances for the long haul, this person could be contractually bound to something that they're going to be responsible for months to years, that is affecting their abundance. This person, there's something about honor and respect having shifted. Okay, it's very odd here. This is very strange. Dang. Yes, Five of Coins, this person is financially rocked because whatever they did to kind of clean up their tracks, I really feel signing this deal, doing this contract, or getting into this marriage willy-nilly was to make themselves feel better. I don't know why, but it's like, if I do this, if I become an honorable King of Pentacles, people will see me in a grounded way. This same behavior, avoiding the truth, being deceitful, trying to sneak away from like a lack of accountability, is what led them to seal the deal with their karma. This, whatever they signed, whatever they agreed to, is part of their karma, and their finances are now affected. And I feel that's the same little fox from the top of the reading who's observing and spying, looking for help, when it's like, you signed up for this. This is what you signed up for. This is what you literally signed your name on the dotted line for. And now it's rocking their pockets. But it's like, why did one rush away? Like, I really get this energy of a trigger. Someone who got scorned. There was grief and shelter. And instead of being an honorable person, because there was indulgence, there was cheating and deceit, this person was building something somewhere completely different based on a lie. Half-truths. I feel like this is someone who gives half-truths to make themselves feel better, knowing there are many lies of omission present. And this person rushed and signed something to make themselves feel better, only to seal their fate in financial woes. This is what's happening to this person. The moon. This person could suffer from, I feel like when the moon phases come about, this person gets in their head a lot. It's giving me excessive thinking, excessive worrying, fear of the unknown, fear of what's to come. This person is also plagued by their own secrets. This is a mind ache. This is secrecy, illusions. This person is literally plagued by their own secrets right now. High Priestess, Five of Swords. This is someone who tried to outsmart an intuitive. A High Priestess is an intuitive being. It's someone who's hyper intuitive. They could be, you know, this is someone who receives the truth in some way, shape, or form. It may be a mysterious way. This is someone who tried to outsmart a truth knower. It's like an inner knowing. Someone's inner knowing was being played with. It's like, I know you have your intuition, but I'm going to try to like blindside you and manipulate you out of your own intuition. This person could have gaslit a person to make themselves think they were crazy. The Five of Swords is manipulative. It could be gaslighting. It could be shady behavior, trying to get the upper hand. It's like this person was trying to con you out of you knowing your own truth and intuition, or trusting it for that matter. That's where the divine stepped in. It's like, you are the difference. This person maybe has a history of doing this, a history of manipulating people, gaslighting them, or using their emotions in their favor. You being an intuitive, you knowing the truth, flip the lid on this situation because they can't play you. So how are they going to play somebody who already realizes the game? This is someone who's observing from afar because it's safer to do so, and it's trying to strategize how to come in deceit, because they have one hell of a lie of omission here, or one heck of a half-truth that they would need to clear up. And it has everything to do with how they literally ran off into the sunset, signed a document that is now affecting their pockets dramatically. This is someone who sealed their faith with this document. This is someone who sealed their faith agreeing to this. And there's an energy of you knowing it, but they're like, how can I outsmart a person who already likely knows the truth? Exactly. Tower. Wow. This is very burdensome. Not only that, you want to know the kicker here? This is someone, this is heavy. This is someone who's carrying burdens in this contract. Dealing with a Queen of Pentacles who has a side piece. So not only did this person seal their fate, they're now carrying the burdens with a partner that they locked it down with, and this partner's side piece or ex. So they literally sealed their fate in a third-party situation, unbeknownst to them, or they will likely find out in divine timing. Do you see how that works? And for some reason, God's source is like, yeah, that's how the karmic scales balance. That's crazy. This person is carrying the burdens, maybe financial burdens, maybe financial responsibilities alone. All these sticks he's carrying by himself, correct? In this contract he signed. To who? A Queen of Pentacles, which is his now partner. And there's a whole other man benefiting from this in the background. There's a third party situation. This is someone who had another individual who was honest and actually putting in good intentions. Someone here had good intentions with the 9 of coins, and this person was sloppy. This person was sloppy. You were maybe getting very close to the truth, or there was something that was about to come out, or this person out of this scorned, like I feel this really like energy, because you were getting too close to something that was ugly for them to have to admit. And that's what triggered them. And in that, they're like, well, screw that. It feels like this egoic move away to partner up with somebody else. It's like, I'm going to go and partner up with this Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to be a committed individual and actually apply myself there, carrying so many sticks to prove what to who, just to be conned themselves with a partner who has a side piece. That's crazy. So what's to come of this trio? The Tower. When this blows woe in their life, which we are likely in the season of as we speak, that's that foundation built on sand that knocks this crown right off their head. All the lights, all of God's light. You see how this lightning bolt illuminates all the windows? Oh, they'll see what they basically signed up for. And this crown of honor is completely knocked off. This person could have had it all. And because they prefer to be deceitful and not just be an honest human being, they could have still rectified a situation if they were just truthful, if they were just honest. Hey, in a moment of weakness, I dealt with this person, or hey, this is what's going on. That's why so-and-so took place. But they had feelings that they were fighting. I'd rather fight my feelings. I'd rather hide and not be an honest person. I'd rather be scorned, run away, and commit to the next best individual to prove something, just to land them in a tower. When I tell you, karma doesn't miss an address. I'm hearing a song from, I think it was Lil Wayne. He was like, karma's a bitch. Just make sure that bitch is beautiful. This one is ugly. Okay? With the 4 of Cups, this is very emotionally disappointing. It's like they ran away from their feelings. So what happened? They got met with a situation that is a reflection of the emotional unavailability within them. Because they're investing in someone who's emotionally unavailable to them and quite frankly cheating on them. Crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. Woo! 4 of Wands in the reverse. That's that structure. It's not a beautiful day here. This is what they go home to. This is a situation they're losing. They're losing a property. They could be losing a home because someone is taking it. This could be a marriage that is splitting up. It could have been a very short-lived one. But there is this, what did I tell you about the harvest? This person thought, well, screw that. I'm going to water this garden. And I'll swear I'll get my return on investment. The return on investment is losing everything they've invested in over here. Look at this place. Look at them carrying this basket with no harvest. Their energetic abundance has been tanked. You have monetary things, and then you have energetic abundance. It's tanked. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They could have literally lost this property, lost maybe half of their money in a divorce for some of you. But I get specifically, whatever they invested in this house, this apartment, this home, is gone. With the 2 of Wands, it's supposed to redirect them on their divine path. This is someone who had basically a runway lit for them as to where the right way is to go per design, whatever God, source, the universe had in mind for them. And they let their triggers get in the way, unfortunately. They let their need to cover up their deceit get in the way, unfortunately. They let their battle with their own genuine heart feelings get in the way, unfortunately. And they let their ego and pride, having them jump into a whole other partnership, seriously, get in the way, unfortunately. This is how, to be fair, is balanced for someone who had a loyal heart, because they did have someone with a loyal heart. And unfortunately, everything else was more important. And where they got sloppy, they're affected. I don't know if there's a level of homelessness here. I can't say that, but it's kind of like a drifter's energy. Whatever structure they wanted to build in some kind of stable routine is tanked because this person has a third party. It's like, yeah, do you want to share Francesca's energy while Harry has been around? That's not good. They would have to willingly be wanting to be in a third party situation because that's part of their karma that they've manifested. This person is learning, unfortunately, the hard way. This person could be haunted about a child as well, or there's something fishy about a situation. This person is plagued. This is someone who's not sleeping well. There's something about a child that haunts them, or there's an energy here about something that is a fishy situation that they can't escape here. We have the Star in the reverse, 9 of Wands in the reverse, and the 3 of Coins, or the 6 of Coins in the reverse. Now this person could be being taken for granted, which is something I've already seen. Something about this person's work environment or their circumstances to be productive is dwindling. This person's health could have been affected. The Star in the reverse is a lack of faith in a situation or a lack of healing. 9 of Wands in the reverse is an energy of giving up, like, wow, this is what have happened to me now. And it's like a very like hopelessness here. This person's karma is not cute. And I don't know why this reading is here, other than to give somebody who felt a huge level of injustice done onto them a vibe of like, this is how the scales get balanced. God's source is in control. There's nothing you can do other than, you know, pray for this person who is going through these consequences and pray for your own healing. Release this energy with forgiveness and let God take the wheel, okay? Ace of Wands, the Sun, God take the wheel. You have a new beginning coming about, whoever this reading resonates with. Ace of Cups, this could come with new love. Give me 1 second, I'm getting a call. I don't know if you got a new puppy or something. My mom called me and then I was like, let me answer this time. And then I saw like a featured photo from my albums where I was like dealing with a puppy from a stranger. Anyways, in the building I used to live in. But anyhow, maybe you got a puppy. Maybe this Ace of Cups is a puppy. The Ace of Wands is like the drive and the passion to move forward, start new things. The Ace of Cups could be indicative of new love, but it could also be like something precious. Maybe you got a new pet. That could be a synchronicity for you. Knight of Coins. You're getting a nice offer here. There's something about the same generosity you've once extended to this person making its way back to you. Whoever you are, you conducted yourself in a way where you had nothing but good intentions and a strong level of loyalty to offer this person. Unfortunately, all the things that I've listed is what they prefer to do instead of extending that level of loyalty back to you. But it doesn't go in vain. Like, there's something here happening where the scales are most definitely being balanced, whether in painful ways, destructive ways, upsetting ways. This person is not receiving some kind of abundance from these kind of choices. Okay, and if they do, it's very short-lived, including this committed situation that is a sham. The same level of overindulgence is the one their partner reflects onto them. The same level of deceit, the greed maybe. Okay, there are a lot of things here that the person they ended up with is reflecting back onto them. And I see here new starts for whoever had to deal with this. Two of Pentacles. You have a choice to make. There is a door energetically closing, and there's something about you maybe being a little bit back and forth about what is to come for you. The happiest card in the deck is the Sun. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have a brighter day, because I saw a lot of lies, I saw a lot of pain, and I saw a lot of logic being replaced by your feelings. No, I see a lot of logic replacing your feelings, okay? Page of Swords. This person sees you happier too. Page of Swords is a watcher. That's that fox. The fox is watching. The fox sees you happier. For some of you, you have children and you're doing what's in the best interest of your kids. Knight of Swords. The person who broke free from accountability and responsibility and integrity, that same person wants to rush in. It's almost like, I don't know if this person, like, do they want to see you happy? I feel a part of them, if they're still in their ego, does not want to see you happy without them. What is this rushed energy doing? Yeah, because the Wheel of Fortune is closing the door. The world is a cycle closing out and a new one beginning. I'm seeing a door close and someone wanting to jam their foot in the door. It's the same person who once released themselves from growing up, essentially, coming back quickly. This person is now hurt. The world coming up funny. They feel they might have unfinished business with you and they're in pain. Hanged Man, that's pushing them to wake up to the truth of everything that they tried to ignore and push away or carpet sweep. Wow. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's the kind of energy that will go from like, I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like this entry. A part of them is moving through pain. And I don't know why, because this is someone who wants help, but in the same hat, they might feel scorned for you doing better than them. I don't like a Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's like, you hurt me, so I'm going to hurt you. But it's like, no, sweetie. This is a makeup of the pain you've caused others. This is a makeup of your choices. These are the consequences of them. And this is where you learn from them and move forward and be a better human being. I really get a slight get back energy. I get a slight scorned energy. And you know your person better than anyone. So, or this ex person better than anyone. You've dealt with them firsthand, so you would know what you're dealing with when it comes forward. But best believe I feel it wanting to come forward before the door closes. And the door is closing. This is someone who broke free from accountability to entertain a third party and lock it down over there enough for them, for their finances to be affected. You're an Empress. For some of you, they fell for an individual who looked and acted like an Empress, because this is the devil, but the devil here is beautiful. What did I say about karma is a bee? Make sure that bee is beautiful. They dealt with a karmic who maybe emanates the same qualities that you possess, but you're the damn truth, and they know it. And with that, don't let this person take you off your pedestal that you've worked so hard by loving yourself to achieve. Okay, I just got a drop down message. It's a bit of the Empress. So this person wants a piece of you. They want a piece of what you've worked so hard to maintain, because you didn't have to be cryptic and crooked to be here. You did not have to be cryptic, crooked, or sell your soul to be in this position. This person sold their divinity out of ego and pride. This person could have been right beside you, but instead they decide to be behind someone who is literally showing them their karma. The Hermit. They can't leave their situation. Not easily. This is a drought. This is a boat that unfortunately is not going to be moving forward. This is dry land, a broken boat with holes, and a hermit. This is them. This is unfortunately what they signed up for, in learning the hard way and being stuck. Because I feel part of them being stuck is not having the finances to move forward the way they would love to. And here you are. You have the happiest card in the deck, a solid offer coming forward, new beginnings in love and passion. Don't let this person tank that because now they want to rush in before the door closes. You have a victory lap coming in. This is very like sad, but hey, it is what it is. This is just Earth School. We're here to learn. This person, it says bozo, juggling, wearing a mask, and not serious. This person is the main act in a circus. It's like they've attracted the crowd for a circus act. Unfortunately, this person never thought, I'm hearing they never thought this would catch up to them. They never thought. Maybe they didn't think there was a God to answer to, but wow. It was out of lust, temptation, fun, indulgence. And you're a whole unicorn. Wow. It's like a unicorn doesn't belong in a circus. The unicorn card says magical, mystical, enchanting, chastity, unique, and authentic. A unicorn does not belong in a circus. Okay. It does not. This person could have ignored you. I get a vibe of like childish, doesn't want to hear the truth, and distracting oneself. They don't want to hear the truth about themselves. They got triggered. So it was easier to distract themselves and literally show up solid for literally their own undoing. This person ignored the fact that they know dang well that a circus is not an environment for a unicorn. Now look. It's not cute here. Yeah, forbidden fruit, poison, toxic and unhealthy behaviors. They bit the apple. We have forgive and forget, meeting halfway, compromise, agreement, settlement, and a resolution. I feel like in your own way, you might want to forgive and forget the situation in terms of not forgetting the lessons it brought you, but like letting go of the fact that this person, I literally see a man's face reflected in this apple. That's the nose, that's the mouth, that's the chin. This person took a bite out of this and it's sad, but it's like, why be bitter about this situation when God is balancing the scales organically? Like, give your worries to God. We have self-assured, confident, taking care of oneself and self-worth. This is what you are doing. That's what you chose to do with your time. Whereas this person decided to bite apples and get into circus acts, unfortunately. This person did not value you. Empress in the reverse. Something here that this person thought was stable and grounded. It says titanium, strong, sturdy, durable, and unbreakable. It's in the reverse. There could be temper tantrums here, whether from the partner they chose or the child associated, unfortunately. It's kind of like the environment isn't high vibrational. Childish, wants their own way, and guilt trip. Maybe this act, if that's them, maybe they guilt trip or want their own way. It's not working. Wow, you've cleared yourself. It says cleanse your energy, protect your energy, take a spiritual bath to remove blockages. This person has become somewhat of a blockage to your progression. A favor, a tit for tat. There's something here this person agreed to that they owe somebody for. I see somebody who could have maybe been spoiled and privileged. There's something about an event. It says celebration, wedding, birthday, promotion. There's somebody here that they dealt with that was a temptation. They celebrated something. This is one of the karmic energies that I picked up on. I heard they celebrated too soon. This is somebody they were doing business with. They hid this. It says laptop and the moon. They hid that they were dealing with this person. This is somebody they went to like an event. It's like something that changes things. This person, it says privileged, wealthy, spoiled, and public eye. This is someone who likes to be seen. They had a victory, so they think, in this person dealing with them. That was part of the lie. We have Empress in the reverse. That's a karmic feminine. And with refreshment, revival, renewal, rest, relief, and balance, you're going somewhere else. Where this situation was a drought for you, you are portal jumping. This person is not part of that, unfortunately. What did I say about a gaslighter? Okay. You need to clean this out. With dangerous, fatal, harmful, and murderous, this karmic empress not accepting that energy. You need to clean this up. This is someone who's very dangerous. Whoever they partnered up with could be gaslighting them too. They could be using evidence, maybe even sexual evidence against them. It says Peter Pan. Maybe this person has Peter Pan syndrome. Immature, non-committal, in and out, and playing games. They have evidence on this person. They threatened them, I'm hearing. Wow. So this karmic threatened this person. This is everything they chose. I'm telling you, this is everything they chose. This person chose this. Yes, there's a lot of evil eye. And Spirit is saying, protect yourself. The same karmic is throwing tantrums. Again, either the children or the child is unhappy in this environment, but this person's throwing tantrums. Something about this person's time being up. Like, I feel like this situation has run its course here. This is there's a backfire that occurred. This person, whatever they aimed to have done, someone here, it says, I'm being haunted by my actions. Both of them. Both of them. Whoa. This is bad. I long burnt the evidence. Someone here did not cover their tracks with something that they're dealing with. And for some of you, I picked up on this on a Patreon reading. It's for all members, so you can check it out. I have them trapped. They're not going anywhere. I feel like this is somebody who, I don't know why, but I do get a level of like, if these people made money together in a crooked way, they could be under questioning for that as well. So if this resonates, or this portion might have something to do with that last reading I uploaded. There was a reading on Patreon where people were under investigation. Okay, for sure. There was a whole PI somewhere. Yeah, guess what? Because this is unfruitful grounds, because everything I described, they built this new situation on deceit, lies, and insincerity with their own heart. They're moving out, and that's why I saw that property being a loss of an investment. This karmic is losing their mind. It says we're moving out and parting ways, and I feel like I'm losing my mind. This is so short-lived. This is part of the tower they've manifested in their own life. Now this person is a hermit, incapable of leaving. Oh, they were quick to rush away, and now they can't leave the consequences of what they signed up for, and they're learning the hard way. But you're an empress. You deserve somebody to meet you where you're capable of giving them the same love, genuine affection, commitment, loyalty. You were prepared to do all that for this person. And because you were onto the fact that they weren't giving the same to you, they fled. This is someone who feels very lonely in this. They feel lonely in this, but they also know they don't deserve your help. They don't. They don't deserve the sympathy. Where was all that energy when you were hurting, when you were deceived? They fled from accountability. They fled from validating your feelings. They fled from being an honest person. They fled, and ran into this. Just for them to move out. Just for them to split their assets and do whatever it is they're doing over here, because this one is not top tier. This one is not a loyal heart. It's like, how can you try to find something in another when you weren't willing to give that at all? It's like, this person is going to be your karma, and they know it now. And now they're here, and they can't just willy-nilly leave the consequences that they've manifested in their own life. This is the kind of person who just needs to go back to the drawing board and come in correct, and not come in quickly out of spite because they're afraid that you're happy without them. That's ego. That's all ego. And the Divine Feminine Collective deserves much better than that. Now they want to repent for their sins. That's the way to start. It says, I want to repent for my sins. Thou shalt not lie is a very big one. Because look at what happens. Just because they lied doesn't mean God doesn't know the truth. God's truth was so clear. This person probably felt okay giving just a little bit of information, but that's called a lie of omission. A very big one. And they know exactly what that is. And this person is very scorned. I get a very they get very uncomfortable because they gaslit. It's the same song and dance. For some of you, they gaslit stuff. They told stories. It says storyteller to a diamond. Ongoing gaslighting. This person needs to wake up to their own cryptic behaviors and just accept that this is a result of having said cryptic behaviors. That is what I have for you. This was a pretty wild reading, but hey, take what applies, leave the rest, and until next time. And congrats again, Amy Crowell. Bye.